A very warm welcome to Get CS lectures by Rahul Jain sir. Here in this lecture we are going to discuss about sorting techniques. That is very important topic of algorithms and data structures, as well as if we talk about our GATE exam. It is very important topic, as if you will analyze previous year's papers of GATE, at least 2 to 4 marks in every paper you will get directly from sorting techniques. So it is very important topic, and in our video lectures we will discuss each and every point one by one. So let's just start. We are starting from very beginning. We are starting from scratch, so that a student can learn each topic with complete clarity. Now the first one is basics of sorting. We are going to deduce here the meaning of sorting, what sorting actually is. Okay, our goal is only what sorting is. If we go with the point of definition, a sorting algorithm is used to rearrange a given number of a given array. So important words I am marking here. Okay guys, I am marking important point here. That is, a sorting algorithm is used to rearrange a given array or list elements according to the comparison operator on the elements, or if we talk informally, we can directly say sorting refers to arranging data in a particular format. The way of arranging data is called as sorting. What it is actually, I hope you all have searched about Amazon.in once in your life. So I am giving the exact scenario of practical example of sorting there. Suppose you have typed Android fonts in the search bar of Amazon.in. Then there is a triple line. If you will click here, there is an option of sort by. You can sort by price, sort by RAM, sort by company name, sort by ratings, and many more, isn't it? So if you will sort it by price, it is simply means we are rearranging all the Android phones in our list with the comparison operator of price. Now in a particular format maybe means in increasing order or in decreasing order. If you will sort in price in increasing order, then whatever Android phone having lowest price will come first. After that, highest price Android phone will come. Okay guys, so it is the practical example of sorting which you will gonna face while you will do coding in IT industry, while you will do coding in your major or minor projects. Okay, so it is the use of sorting. Sorting simply means rearranging the data according to the comparison operator, that in what comparison order we need to sort. If we talk about banking scenario, in banking scenario there is a database of employee, there is a database of customers. Suppose we want to search any particular employee, we can sort by employee name, we can sort by employee ID, we can search bank name by IFSC code. So this is all based on sorting techniques. So this is the real and practical examples of sorting. In IRCTC website, you can sort train list by number of hours, that which train will get you fast to your destination. Sort by price, sort by according to the time, that in morning, in evening, and these factors are including there. So this is the practical examples of sorting. Okay guys, if we talk about some technicality factors, that how GATE can ask, or according to the GATE scenario, Then for example, a word is given to you, for example get itself, suppose it is a given a word get. Now I am saying that sort the letters of sort the letters of word get sort letters of word get in increasing order of their ASCII value, in increasing order of their ASCII value. So ASCII value of capital A is 65, ASCII value of capital Z is 90. Okay, so the smallest ASCII value is of capital A, after that capital E, after that capital G, after that capital T. ASCII value of A is 65, ASCII value of E is 69, ASCII value of G is 71, ASCII value of T is 84. Okay, so we have sorted our input string according to particular format. What is particular format? Increasing value of their ASCII value, and we have sorted the input string like that, and it is our output string. So it is the meaning of sorting. Okay guys, so here in this slide our main target was to know the meaning of sorting, and I think it is clear to you that what sorting is. We can sort on many perspective depending on the arena which we are using sorting, right? Okay, so as we are starting from very beginning now, so you might see that some very basic things I am discussing with you, but it is very important is further when I will discuss some gate level theory to you, gate level content to you, it will gonna help to you, right? So next time I will denote increasing order with upside array and decreasing order with downside array. Okay, increasing means upside array, decreasing means downside array. Okay, so that you can understand it betterly, and I need to write somewhat less. Okay, no worry, just kidding point of view. Yeah, the next is basic terminologies of sorting algorithms, guys. Basic terminologies of sorting algorithm. One more thing I want to discuss or tell you that if you are facing any doubt or any kind of confusion, any kind of query while seeing this live lecture, you can ask me your doubt on the stunt once I completed the topic, because if you will gonna pending your doubt, it will gonna pending forever, right? So once I stop my lecture, you can ask me in comment section or wherever you want, right? Because it is very important to solve your doubt at that time. Okay, so now we are discussing basic terminologies of sorting algorithm, is when we will discuss various sorting algorithms like merge sort, insertion sort, selection sort, binary sort, heap sort, quick sort, right? These terminologies will be used there. So for the purpose of that, as it is our initial lecture, first lecture, that is why I am going to discuss this thing to you. Okay, now in place sorting. In place sorting. In place sorting algorithm, it sorts the list only by modifying the order of the elements within the list. Only by modifying the order of elements within the list. For example, if we talk about insertion sort, in insertion sort, suppose several elements are there, then they can be sort by modifying elements in the list itself. Means we do not need any extra space. Okay, so in any sorting algorithm, if we don't need any extra space while sorting it, it is called as in place sorting. In out place sorting, there is a need of extra space to put the element in it for sorting purpose. For example, in typical implementation of merge sort, of merge sort, okay, there is a need of order of n extra space. To sort, right? We need to put all n elements to other memory space, and we will take by comparing them into our original space, right? So Basic meaning is when there is a need of extra memory space, when there is a need of extra space while sorting any particular data elements, it is called as outplace sorting. Typical implementation of merge sort is one of the example of outplace sorting algorithm. Insertion sort, selection sort, okay, quick sort, heap sort, okay, these are the examples of in-place sorting algorithms, whereas typical implementation of merge sort is example of outplace sorting. Outplace means extra memory space required while sorting. In place means don't need any extra space, or you can say that simply constant order space you require. Constant space means one space, two space, three space, like that. Okay, so for variable I, j, k, only three space required, that is called as order of one. I hope it is the basics of algorithm, so you know all about this. So if constant space is required or no space is required, it is in place. Or if order of n space generally required because n elements are there, then it is called as outplace sorting algorithm. Okay, some more terminologies are here. Next one is external sorting. External sorting simply means that when all data that needs to be sorted can't be placed in memory at a time, it is called as external sorting. Okay, so suppose when there is a massive amount of data, when there is a massive amount of data set, okay, that we want to sort, at that time some sorting algorithms are required, typical implementation of merge sort, which is unable to hold all the data elements in a single time. At that time we need some external space, external memory we required, external memory we will require to place all the data set into it one by one, right? So that external memory set may be in the form of hard disk, right, or any magnetic tapes, like that. So that external memory set is required, external memory is required while sorting. It is called as external sorting algorithm. Internal sorting means when all data sets need to be sorted can be placed in a memory at a time, is called as internal sorting. Basically in internal sorting there is a lesser amount of data, lesser amount of data is there, lesser amount of data is there while sorting. For example in insertion sort. Okay, so these are the basic terminologies. External sorting means all data elements can't be placed in a single memory at a time. Internal sorting, all data sets can be placed in a memory at a time. Okay, so basic terminology should have to be clear to you. I think it is clear. If I am going fast, you can tell me. If I am going slow, you can tell me. Okay, so proper response is also required from you guys after certain intervals, so that you can get that whether our speed or content is clearly taken by you or not. Okay, so the next one is stable sorting, guys. It is a very important term in the sorting algorithm. Basically many students leave the meaning of stable sorting, and at the time when exam asks some questions with some manipulation in sorting, like including some stable word, they got confused. So understand it betterly. A sorting algorithm is said to be stable if two objects with equal keys appear in same order in sorted output as they appeared in the input array to be sorted. Okay, so stable sorting is a sorting algorithm in which in output the order of equivalent keys should remain same as they are in the input set. What I want to say, for example, you can understand it like that. For example, it is my array. It is my array. Suppose with indexing 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is 10, here is 20, here is 30, and here is 20. I need to sort it. While I will sort it, I will got output it like 10, 20, 20, and then 30. Index is like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, it is my input string input order. It is my output order after sorting, after applying sorting. So you will observe that 10, okay, no problem, but 20 appears two times here. So the equal key, whenever equal keys are there, like this 20 and this 20 are equal keys, so indexing to 20 the element this 20 which is existing at indexing 2 should appear here, and the element 20 with indexing 4 should appear after index 2. Means if this indexing this 20 with index number 4, if it will appear before that, you will call it is an instability. Means this 20 should appear first, this 20 should appear after it, because in input sequence it is appearing first, it is appearing after. So basically you will say, sir, what does that mean? But actually it means a lot. It means a lot while we go practically in IT industry, that equivalent elements should retain their position. Equivalent element should retain their position. It should retain their position. Okay, it means a lot in IT industry. Okay, if मैंने ये बात छेड़ी दी आपके साथ, तो आप इसको अंडरस्टैंड कर दीजिए कि हाउ यू कैन गॉट सच सिचुएशन इन योर IT industry. For example, a data set is there of student name and student section. Student name and student section, you have some sort of data sets like okay, for example, Deep with section A, second is Adi with section B, then Cap with section A, then Ili with section B, and for example Carl with section A. They are the student names with respective section names. Now suppose I am sorting this database, with respect to their names. With respect to their names, if I will sort, now what I will get? I will get Adi is the first. Why? Because I am sorting with respect to name in increasing order. You can understand in increasing order. If I will sort it. Then Adi with section B I will get first. At the second position I will get Carl with section A. At next position what I will get? I will get Deep with section A. At next position I will get okay, Eli with section B, and at next place I will get Cap with section A. So you will observe here that they are sorted with respect to names. So we might have to sort it again. Why? In order to obtain list of students section wise too, with respect to section, if I have to sort, I need to sort it again. So I might get the data like Carl is first, because it is of section A, so it will appear first. After that I can get Deep with section A. After that I will get Cap with section A. After that I will get Eli with section B, and after that I will get Adi with section B. So you will observe here they are sorted with respect to sections, isn't it? But the equivalent position of Adi and Eli here was that Adi was existed before Eli. Adi was existed before Eli, but here we may get Eli before Adi. So this is called as instability. So this is called as unstable sorting. So our sorting, if it is a stable sorting, then I will get Adi first and then I will get Eli first, because equivalent elements with respect to section should retain their position. Retain their position means if Adi is first, it should remain first before Eli, right? But I may get, when I will get this data set as output when my sorting algorithm was unstable. But if my sorting algorithm was stable, then I will get Adi first and after that I will get Eli. I think it is clear to you guys. So it depends. Why it depends? Okay, because if you will say bubble sort, if you will say some insertion sort, and if I say merge sort, okay, count sort, they all are stable. If I will sort them using these four algorithms, I will get Adi first, and after that I will get Eli, because these four algorithm, 1 2 3 4, bubble, insertion, merge sort, and count sort, and many algorithms are there which are stable. So if I will use stable sorting algorithm, I will get Adi first in output and I will get Eli after that. But if I will use quick sort, or if I will use heap sort, I may get this output. May. I am not saying that 100% I will get, but I may get this as output, because quick sort and heap sort are unstable sorting algorithm. They are unstable by nature. They are unstable. Which are unstable? Quick sort and heap sort. So I may get this as output. But if I will use this algorithm, I will 100% get Adi first, and then after that I will get Eli. So I think the meaning of stable sorting is clear to you here. Now let's discuss the very first, that is the insertion sort algorithm here, which is stepping stone to learn all other algorithms. Is I will gonna tell you very basic points in this, right? So let's start from the very beginning, very scratch. The definition says insertion sort is a very simple sorting algorithm that works similarly the way you sort playing cards in your hands. Okay, so for example, there is a data set, for example 9, and you have suppose 5, you have one more number like 1, and suppose you have one more number 7, and you want to sort it. Then our definition says that it is a very simple algorithm, just like we sort playing card. How we sort playing card? Suppose there is a deck of card, then we pick one card first, and after that whatever next card would be there, we will compare that card with this card. If it is lesser, we will put on left side. If it is greater, we will put on right side, isn't it? Okay, let's understand it by this numbering. Suppose they are cards of 9, 5, 1, 7, and they are put on the back side. So first we will pick 9. So 9 is here. Okay, after that we will pick second card. This card is having number 5, so we will compare this 5 with 9. It is lesser, so we will put it on the left side, so we will put 5 here. Next is 1, we will compare it with 9. It is lesser than 9, so we will again compare it with the left element, that is 5. It is again less than that, so we will put 1 here. Then 7, we will compare 9 with 7. It is lesser than that, we will compare 7 with 5. 7 is greater than 5, so 7 would be put here. So our output would be 1, 5, 7, 9. And the approach which I have used is called as insertion approach. It is called as insertion approach. Means similarly, the way we sort playing cards in our hand, that if playing card is lesser, we put simply on the left side, and if it is greater, put right side, right? So it is called as increasing order. If we want to sort it in decreasing order, so if it is greater, put left side, else right side, like that, right? So we can use this approach in insertion sort. Okay, this is the introduction of insertion sort, that how to sort any list of elements using insertion sort. Simplest example I have given to you. Okay, this is the algorithm of insertion sort, but you will understand this algorithm betterly by using a practical example. So let's take an example. Sort the following array 7 4 5 1. Okay, 7 4 5 1 using insertion sort. Okay, Using insertion sort, I have to sort this 7 4 5 1. So let's write 7 4 5 1. Okay, so I am discussing insertion sort algorithm here. Very important algorithm, guys. Focus completely here. Focus. If you are facing doubt, don't worry, you will ask me. I will solve your queries many times as much as you ask. But before that, focus 100% here. Okay, I am putting these numbers into the set of array, like 7 is here, after that 4 is here, 5 is here, and 1 is here, and indexing should be like starting from 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, now insertion sort A for j equals to 2 to a dot length. It is our insertion algorithm, and I am assigning the value j to indexing 2. I am starting it from 2. Why? Reason is very simple, because 7 is itself sorted na. There is no need to compare first element with anyone. We need to start comparison from second card na. That is why if you will get if you are starting arranging playing cards in your hand, then you will pick first card. So first card do not need to compare with anyone. When you will pick second card, you need to compare it with first one. That is why I have assigned the value of j to index 2. Then key equals to az. So I will assign key equals to j, key equals to aj. So aj means a of j, that is value of j is 2. So a of 2 is 4. So my key is 4 here. Currently my key is 4. Okay, so my key is 4. Okay guys, so my key is 4. So I put my key here. I am holding this key here. I am holding this key here. Then I equals to j minus 1. I equals to j minus 1. So assign I here. I is here. I equals to j minus 1. The just previous one place of j would be assigned to I here. That is the meaning of this. Now while I is greater than 0 and a of I is greater than key, I is greater than 0. What is the value of I? 1, which is greater than 0. Yes. So a of I, what is a of I? A of I is 7. A of I is 7. Is it greater than key? What is greater than key? 4. Yes, it is greater than key. If it is greater than key, then a of I plus 1 equals to a of I, means a of 2, a of I plus 1, that is a of 2 should be a of I. A of I plus 1 equals to a of I. So a of 2 should be a of 1. So a of 2, that is 4, should be replaced with indexing one element, and 7 should be here. So these two are sorted now. 4 should be here, 7 should be here, right? 5 would be remaining itself here, and 1 should be remaining itself here. Means 4 is here because we are replacing a of I plus 1 equals to a of I with here. A of 2 equals to a of 1 here. That is why. Okay. And if I will I equals to I minus 1, so I will get pointing my I at indexing 0, means nothing is there. So a of I plus 1 equals to key. A of I plus 1 means a of I plus 1 means a of 1. This place would be replaced with key. So my key was 4, so I have replaced this a of I plus 1 with key here. The key was 4, so I replaced this a of I plus 1 key here. Okay, so 4 and 7 are sorted now. Now I need to move here for j equals to 2 to a dot length. So my j should be 5 here. J is now denoting indexing 3. This is index 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now j is denoting index 3 here, and I equals to j minus 1. So I is reflecting index 2. Okay, and key equals to a of j. So my key now my key is a of j. A of j is 5. So now my key is 5. Now my key is 5. 4 is here, 7 is here. Okay, this space I am leaving here because j is here and this is I, and I am holding key here 5. Now while I is greater than 0, yes, it is index 1, it is index 2, index 3, index 4. So I is greater than 4, 2, the value of index, the I, denoting index 2. 2 is greater than 0, yes. A of I, what is A of I? A of I is 7. A of 2, A of 2, that is 7. So A of I is, meaning here is 7. A of I is 7. 7 is greater than key. What is key? 5. Yes, 7 is greater than 5. So in that case, what I need to do? A of I plus 1 equals to A of I, means I need to replace this 7. I need to move this 7 to here. After this is the comparison. What I am doing, this is the comparison, that I am comparing 7 with 5. If it is greater, I need to move it to the next place. Okay. And now I equals to I plus 1. So now I will denote here. Now again I need to compare. I is greater than 0. Yes. A of I, that is 4, is greater than key. 4 is greater than key 5. No, it is not greater than that. So A of I plus 1 equals to key. A of I plus 1 means I currently is here. I is currently here. So this place would be replaced with 5. Okay. So now my array would look like 7, 4, 5, 7. This much is sorted and then 1. Okay. Now j equals to 1 here and I is here now. Okay, let's come to here. My arrays look like this: 4, 5, 7 and 1. J is denoting index 4. Okay, I is denoting this. Again I need to consider key equals to aj, so my key is now 1. Okay, due to laser space I am moving to next place. So my array is looking like this. Okay, first one is 4 5 7, 4 5 7 and then 1. It is indexing 1 2 3 and 4. This is I, this is j. Now key equals to aj, so key equals to my key is aj, that is 1. Now my key is 1, so I am holding this key here. I am holding my key here. Okay, I am holding my key here, and here 4 is there, 5 is there and 7 is there. After that, if you will there, I equals to j minus 1, so I is here, and while I is greater than 0, yes, I is greater than 0 because the value of I is 3. It is greater than 0 and j is denoting here. So 3 is greater than 0, yes. So ai is greater than key. 7 is greater than key. Key is 1, yes, it is greater. So a of I plus 1, a of I plus 1 means this. A of I plus 1 means this place should be replaced with a of I, 7. So 7 would be moved to here. So I will move 7 here and this place will remain empty now. And I equals to I minus 1. So I is now denoting here. Now again I need to compare. I is greater than 0. Yes, I is greater than 0 because 2 is greater than 0. And a of I that is 5 is greater than key, that is yes 1. So I will move a of I plus 1 equals to a of I. A of I plus 1 means this place would be replaced with 5. This is replaced with 5 and this place will remain empty. So when I will actually in blackboard, it will gonna easy that we can remove this space and make that one clear, but as we are doing digitized, so don't worry. This one is 5, this one is 7 and this is now empty and this is 4 now. Okay, so in that case my I would be here. So again now I equals to I minus 1, so I would be here now. I is greater than 0, 1 is greater than 0, yes. So a of I, that is 4, is greater than key, yes, it is greater than key. So I need to move this 4, I need to move this 4 to here. So this 4 would be moved to here, and after that I equals to I minus 1. So I will denote index 0, nothing is here at the 0. So a of I plus 1 equals to key. A of I plus 1, that is at this place a of I is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. So at this place we need to replace it with key. So what is our key? 1. So my output will look like 1, 4, 5 and 7. So this is the output of my sorting algorithm using insertion sort approach. So what approach I am using now? I am comparing. There is a comparison. There is a two factor. One is comparison and one is movement. So if comparison is greater, I will move the left element to right, but if comparison get fails, means if it is not greater, then I will keep that element there, right? So there is a two factors that algorithm depends on: comparisons and on movement. So guys, I hope insertion sort algorithm is clear to you. That in insertion algorithm, this is the algorithm. I told you this algorithm using a simplest example as that how to apply insertion approach here, right? That start here, make the second element as a key, take the variable I as just one place before of j, use that I if I is greater than 0 and value of a of I is greater than key, just move that element to the right hand side, and compare all the left side elements with that. If it is okay, then move it with the key. So it is the insertion sort algorithm, guys. Okay, with respect to time complexity, if I talk with respect to time complexity, then what is the time complexity of insertion sort? Okay, so if we talk about worst case time complexity, guys, worst case time complexity would be there in case when the complete elements are in reverse order. If it is like 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and if I will need to sort it, then every time I need to take a comparison, and yet every time I need to move it. For example, value of j initially was 2, so in that case comparison would require 1. For at first time comparison would require 1, and how much movement would be required? One movement would required. If we will represent j as a 3 at indexing 3, then 2 comparison would required and 2 movement would require in worst case, right? In worst case, every time we need to compare, and every time we need to require that much movement, 2 movement. If we will represent index j as indexing 4, then 3 comparison will require, that is we need to compare this with this one, and every time we need to move this one to this one to this, means this 9 will move here, then after that it will move here, and this element will move here. After that 9 in third iteration, 9 will move here, this element will move here, and this element will move here. In fourth iteration, 9 will move here, 8 will move here, 6 will move here, 5 will move here. So in nth element, when we will do this for last element, n minus 1 comparison will be required, and n minus 1 movement will be required, isn't it, guys? So it is nothing but if you will just add them, 1 plus 1 equals to 2, 2 plus 2 equals to 4, and dot dot dot, like 2 into n minus 1. If you will gonna add them, 2 plus 4 plus dot 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 2 into n minus 1, just take 2 as a common, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot 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 n minus 1, sum of n numbers, isn't it? So what is sum of n numbers formula? N into n minus 1 divided by 2. It got cancelled with this, isn't it? So order of n square is the time complexity in worst case. In worst case, order of n square would be the time complexity for insertion sort, because in worst case every time we need to make a comparison, and every time we need to take a movement, just like here, because this last element would be moved every time up till last position. So this is the worst case. In worst case, the time complexity of insertion sort is order of n square. Now if we talk about best case, in best case, time complexity, best case, what is best case? Best case is when your elements is already sorted 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, suppose. So when it is already sorted, it is the best case of insertion sort. It is the best case of insertion sort when it is already sorted. So at that time, comparison would be there and movement would be there. So first element, this will compare with first element, so one comparison but no movement, because both are placed at the right position. Then J would be here, it will compare with this. Okay, one comparison, no movement. After that J will move here, comparison, one comparison, no movement, because every element is placed on the its right place, because 4 is greater than 3, yes, so no movement is required now. Every element is on their right position, so up to n times we need to add, and no movement is there, so 1 plus 1 plus 1 up to n times. So omega of n, it is the best case, time complexity of insertion sort. The best case time complexity of insertion sort is omega of n, and worst case time complexity is order of n square. And if we talk about average case, it would be nearby n square. Okay, so it is the time complexity of insertion sort. And in insertion sort, basically in worst case, when it will be the worst case, when it is reversely order. In reverse order elements are there, then it would be worst case. Best case is when already sorted. Okay, so let me conclude complete insertion sort here. Time complexity, if you talk about the best case, order of n square. Okay, if I talk about average case, you can say theta of n square. If I talk about okay, it is the worst case time complexity, average case is theta of n square, and if I talk about best case is omega of n. Okay, now auxiliary space that is required is constant, because we only required is constant space for key, that is this key equals to a of j I and j. So for I, j and key we required only these three spaces, which is a constant time. So auxiliary space or space complexity is constant. If it is constant, means we do not need any extra space. That is why insertion sort algorithm is in place algorithm. It is in place algorithm, as well as all elements were present in the memory at a single time. That is why it is a stable algorithm as well. After that, the paradigm which we used, what is paradigm, this approach, what paradigm we have used in the algorithm? It is incremental paradigm, guys. So paradigm which we have used in the algorithm is incremental. Okay, and it is stable algorithm, in place algorithm. Time complexity is clear to you. So when to use insertion algorithm? When number of elements are small. At that time use insertion algorithm. When they are almost sorted, at that time use insertion algorithm. Okay guys, so I hope today's session will gonna very useful for you. You got the complete about insertion sort, time complexity, stability, about its in place algorithm reason, its algorithm, its simplest example, and about basic terminologies of sorting algorithm, guys. Okay, so if you any kind of doubt or any kind of query, you can ask, guys. Thank you so much. Have a very nice day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Have a very nice day, guys.